on the 4th of July, we went behind the levee to watch fireworks. And I knew that my dogs were scared of thunder. So I brought everybody in the house and I closed the door, but I guess I didn't close it well enough. I should have blocked it. And they got out of the house, and of course today we're getting the fence. We didn't have the fence up then. And the dogs got out, and my little Rose, my little shadow baby, got hit by a car. And I hope that the fence will make it so that I can have animals, and I want to be a responsible animal owner, and I don't want to lose any more pets.
But you know, I'm gonna be okay. Running helps. Running helps. It's just I didn't think I would come down here.
You're okay. You're okay.
And I forgot about the fireworks and we didn't clean up.
I have been running for a really long time. Probably, honestly, I've been running about 20 years, but about 10 years seriously. But it's only recently that I've started running competitively.
When you're in a race, you hear the footsteps and everybody's got the same cadence around you and you're part of that. That's group dynamic right there. And you know, you run faster in a competition than you ever would on your own.
There's nothing I can say that isn't much better after a run. My body feels cleaner, my nerves, everything is just better. If I have a problem, I can go for a run and I'll kind of think it through. And when I come back, that problem isn't nearly as big as I thought it was, or even better, I found a solution. I just worry about the day I can't run anymore. So I found something to worry about.
I'm Mary McCown. Join me in the kitchen, in the garden, and in my community as I learn and cultivate this dream of running a farm stay. It's not going to be easy, but nothing worthwhile ever is. With a little help from my friends, my family, and colleagues, we can make it work. Well, I had a really great run this morning, but my favorite part about running is not running anymore and coming in and having some coffee. It's so hot, there's no way I want a hot coffee, so I am going to show you how to make my favorite cold brew. I'm gonna make my own oat milk today, but I'm not just using oats, I'm using soaked cashews as well. And the reason for that is just to give the oat milk a little bit of a creamier taste. So I've got about just under a half a cup of cashews, soak them in water overnight and throw it in, but it is about half a cup. I've got 4 cups of filtered water, and I'm just gonna blend this for about a minute. So hold on to your ears because it is not musical. And I'll turn that off. It's already looking good, but I don't want to drink just cashew milk. I really love the taste of oat milk. And I think it's so healthy for you. Look at that. It could be a milkshake already. That is absolutely beautiful. So now I have about a half a cup of oats. I'm gonna put that in there. And I'm using agave. You can use dates, you can use maple syrup, you can use nothing if you don't want any sweetness, but I like a little sweetness. And for this, I'm using about 1/8 of a cup. And just a little tiny pinch of salt. So I'm gonna turn around and I'm gonna do it for 10 seconds. I'm not gonna do it for 12. I'm gonna do it for 10 seconds because that is where you get slimy almond milk. Here we go. Set this over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's it. And I didn't even blend that on a very high setting because I didn't want to add any heat to it because it can get gross. I'm going to use a sieve and I'm just going to pour it through. There will likely be chunks of oat still in there because again, I didn't blend it very long. All right, let that do its thing. I'm gonna just let that sort of drain. Now, I'm gonna talk to you about my coffee. I'm not gonna make it in front of you because that would take 24 hours and it would be the most boring 24 hours of your life. But it's a 1-to-4 ratio. So if you want 1 cup of coffee, use a 1/4 cup of grind and a cup of
filtered water, and you put it in the refrigerator for 24 hours. That is it. So no need to show you. I'm just gonna add, oh gosh, look at the difference. Cold brew coffee is so rich and dark. And it tastes amazing, just like that. But I can't wait because I deserve a coffee. I went for a run, so I'm gonna add my oat milk. No matter what it is you love doing, if it's running, if it's walking, if it's yoga, if you've done something and you deserve this, take 30 seconds and make yourself a cold brew coffee with oat milk. Oh, it's really good. It's really, really good. With my cold brew coffee that I made, I thought something amazing to go with it would be blueberry muffins. Later this afternoon, I'm going to be creating a reading room, and I want it to feel a bit like a cafe bistro. So I'm kicking out the couch and we're gonna put in some nice tables, and I want people to be able to enjoy a cup of coffee, and what goes better with coffee than muffins. So to start this recipe, I'm gonna use 2 cups of all-purpose flour. You know, just nice level cups here. And like with most baking recipes, we're gonna do 2 bowls. We're gonna have 1 bowl for the dry ingredients and 1 bowl for the wet. Okay, move that big jar out of the way. The next thing is 3/4 cup of sugar. And I've lost my 1/4 cup measure, so I'm gonna do a 1/2 cup and then a little bit more. And if I drop a little extra sugar in there, it's just gonna taste better. All right, so I've got a 1/2 cup in there, and then I'll do about 1/4. So 1/2. Okay, the sugar's in. Delicious. A 1/2 teaspoon of salt. Pour that in. I've got my black salt, which I find delicious and beautiful. And then baking powder, not soda, baking powder. And that takes 3 tablespoons of baking powder. Now, just stir that together till it's mixed, and then we're gonna move on to the wet ingredients. Okay, I'm just gonna move this out of the way for a minute and slide over my wet ingredients. So this is what I meant by 2 bowls. A lot of times when you bake a cake or muffins or cupcakes, you are gonna wanna get 2 bowls dirty. It's just much easier. I'm gonna start with an egg. That way I can crack the egg in, make sure everything is good. I'm so lucky that I don't have chickens yet, but I was able to get my hands on farm fresh eggs. And I wanted to talk just a second about farm fresh eggs and safety. When I had my chickens in Canada, I always just took my egg straight from the nest and did not wash it. I would write the date on my egg and then put it in the refrigerator, you know, dirty. Sounds gross, but that protects the eggs and keeps the bacteria out. Then right before I use it, I'm gonna walk over to the sink and give it a wash. Now, just because I know my egg was dirty, these are not my eggs, these are farm fresh eggs I got from someone else, but just in case they do what I do and don't wash them, give my hands a good wash. I needed to anyway, I had flour and sugar on them. And head back over to my bowl. Now I've got my egg ready. I'm gonna crack it into an empty bowl. And the reason for that is I just wanna make sure, I do this with all my eggs. Anytime I use an egg, you just wanna make sure that it's in good shape. If you get any shells in your egg, that's a great opportunity to get the shell out. As a matter of fact, see, got the eggshell right there. And if I had have cracked that into my flour mixture or my milk mixture, that would have been a much different story. Okay, so we've got 1 egg. I have a 1/4 cup of vegetable oil. You could use melted butter, I'm sure. Maybe canola oil would be fine too. And then I need a cup of milk. And I just made some delicious oat milk. So I'm gonna put that to use right now. Pour out a cup. That is it for the wet ingredients. Now I just want to kind of give that a quick stir. It doesn't matter that I'm using the same spatula because I'm about to pour this into there. So you just want to make sure that the egg is broken in there and that it's somewhat mixed. Now I'm going to go back to my dry ingredients. Make a little circle, a little well. You make a well and then you pour your wet ingredients right into that well. I think it's really, somebody said that is satisfying to see the wet ingredients fall into a powdery whole. Give it a little stir. With muffins, you don't want to over stir anything. You just want to give it a little bit of a stir. It will be a little bit clumpy, and that is what you want. Okay, at this texture, I want to stop stirring so that I can add my blueberries and then just stir it a little bit more, and it won't be too much. I'm just using a cup-ish. I go heavy, so this is probably a bit more than a cup of frozen blueberries. You can use fresh, but at this point, this is where you can do whatever you want. You can have like a strawberry explosion muffin. You can add chocolate chips and bananas. This is just a basic muffin recipe. You get to choose what you want to put in. I'm making blueberry muffins, so I'm gonna pour that in. And these frozen blueberries are gorgeous. They're just gigantic. Give that a gentle stir. The blue is gonna start marbling in the batter, and we are ready to bake. It looks gorgeous already. Look at that, it is beautiful. I like how the blueberry starts to kind of marble in the batter. Just start digging out big old chunks of muffin mix. I think, you know, you're safe if you fill them about 3/4 of a cupful. And then I put them in a 350 degree preheated oven. All right, we're just gonna put these in the oven. Put those in, and I'm just gonna set my timer so I don't forget. But I wanna check them in about 12 minutes. Oh, these look amazing. I can't wait to try them with my cold brew coffee. But first, let's get to work on that reading room. This is my living room. Well, right now it's a living room, but I want to turn it into what I'm calling a reading room. I've bought 3 bistro tables, little white tables, 2 seats each, and I thought in the morning you can come down with whoever you came with. You can have your own little bubble, your own little table, have a cup of coffee, read a book, play cards, play a board game. When I first saw this room, I thought this couch is way too big for this beautiful space. Feels a bit overwhelming, but as soon as my son and his friend Fred get here, I think we can manage it. Maybe by the end of the day, I'll have a reading room. Hey guys, you're here! Come here! It's good to see you. I can't believe you can pick me up. Hey Fred! Good to see you! Oh, I'm glad how was your drive?
It was good.
Good?
Easy
peasy?
Yeah,
All right,
thank
well
you.
just relax, drink a glass of water, and we're gonna get you to work.
All right.
No, I'm serious, I do have a plan for you too. I
Okay.
need muscles. Is that okay?
Sure.
Okay, I got a big old, you know the sofa in the living room? I'd like to see if you guys can help me move it out, because I want to put it in the barn. And then I'm thinking you guys can have the barn. Do you want to help me move the couch?
Sure.
Awesome,
Do it,
thank
yeah.
you so much. Come on, I'll show you. Let's go inside. You're gonna have some water first at least. All right, so here it is. Okay, Sebastien, you know this room, but Fred, this is the couch I'm talking about. And I'm so sorry, it's huge. But I think the best thing is to maybe we start with the cushions and we just get what we can out that door.
This
And
one?
yeah, and then we'll put everything on the truck. We also have to get these tables and lamps out.
All right.
This I want to keep here because this is going to be one of the bookshelves.
Okay.
But yeah, what do you think?
Sorry, the tables and lamps, are they also going in
I
the barn?
think
Or
that they'll
just
be
the-
nice in the barn for you
Okay.
guys.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't
sure.
need them, so let's take them because the barn's going to be Yell's man place. So
All right.
is that good?
Yeah.
This is my photo plan, but you know what's super duper tempting? Is to just take one of these and throw it at you. Oh, I'm so sorry, Sebastien.
There goes my glasses.
I broke his glasses. Yeah, that was bad. I took a pillow and I was just gonna infuse some fun, and I hit him in the face and broke his glasses. Bad mom moment. I'm the
Second pair of
worst
glasses
mother
are broken
ever.
now, yeah.
I'm so. Did you really break them?
Yeah.
No,
Well, I
they're not.
mean,
I can pop them back in.
what do you mean? Does this look broken to you?
Yes, it looks broken, but I can pop it back in. You fixed it. No.
Yeah, like
I
brand new.
break his glasses. Not boy enough.
Oh, by the
Uh-oh. I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
I just,
It was for the vine.
well, I'm the one that pays for it. This is an absolutely magical moment. Here I am in my reading room that I've been dreaming about for over 15 years. I'm enjoying my coffee, I'm having a delicious blueberry muffin, reading a really good book. There's so many people who get to watch their dreams slowly unravel before their eyes, and I'm very thankful.